I have a dear friend who is undergoing a very stressful period of time. In the past few months, he has more and more frequently talked of suicide as a solution. What happens to one who tries suicide to cure his ills? Do you have any recommendation for this person or for me as a help to this person? Thank you. What happens to one who tries to suicide to cure his ills? To be honest, he is not curing his ills. He is creating more ills. Because you cannot run away from your karma. You can never escape. Committing suicide is not a way to escape. You cannot escape. The very act of suicide itself is going to add more karma, more ills. It's almost like you are in the water. The floods are carrying you. And you have a small float to hold on to. And if you hold on to that, slowly, at least you can be pushed aside. Though you might go down several miles, at some opportunity you might reach a shore. But if you give up that float, where will you go? You will be drowned. Our body is that float. It has been given to us to purge all our karmas, to experience that and finish it off. But before that, if you destroy that, you are destroying your own float. You probably may not know until you destroy it. But no sooner you destroy the body, then you will realize. Then you will really run around looking for another float. And then when you see somebody having a float, you will go and hold on to that also. And that probably one float may not be enough for two people. Both might be in trouble. And that's what you call possessing. The people who commit suicide mostly become that kind of spirits. All of a sudden you lost your car on the road in an accident. You get stranded. You have to hitchhike. You have to get into another car. And you look for a weak person because nobody is allowed to take a hitchhiker on the highway. So if you are strong enough, you stop by force somebody and get in. And then sometimes you even take over the wheel and you push that fellow out. It happens that way also. It will be a terrible drama afterwards. You ask anybody who has committed suicide if you can communicate with that spirit. They will tell you, for heaven's sake, please never do that. That's what they would say. So committing suicide is not a way to cure the ills. Instead, you will be adding more. So, better be courageous. You are ready to die anyway. All right, let the death come by your problems, by your difficulties, than killing yourself. In that respect, I would even be advising the doctors, don't even give mercy killings. You have no right to do that. God is more merciful than you. If God wants that person to get out of that problem, it won't take a second for him to kill him. So you don't have to have malpractice insurance then. Let God take care of it. You don't have a right to take a soul from a body. When the time comes, it will be liberated from that by itself. How many times we have read that when all the doctors give up, and sometimes even they put the body as if he is dead clinically, they put it in the coffin, and then just before burial the coffin opens. That's why, get me out of it. Who brought me here, they say. Haven't you read such things? So, who can decide that you cannot save any? Because you say, you feel that you cannot save the person anymore, it doesn't mean that you are the final authority. There is somebody above you. So, we don't have a right to take anybody's life out of their body, at the same token, our own life from our own body. No. If you can take care of them, fine. Do what all you can. But if they, with all your effort, if they die, then probably that's the way God wanted. Yeah. The point here is, we should not be a cause for that dying. At the same time, that's what, we are not the saviors of all the souls. When we cannot save, the same token, we cannot even take the life away. But we just do our part, whatever we can. So committing suicide will never help. On the other hand, it will create more problems. So be strong. Whatever comes, let it come. Ask for strength.
If the suicide could the suicide be part of your karma for it to happen?
Then if it happens without your planning, it's not suicide.
Well, if it was in your karma for you to plan to have suicide.
No. Your planning is a new karma that you are going to do now. So if it is the result of a past karma, without your planning, somebody will become the cause to take your life away. Or how many people just walk, trip down, finish. They yawn, finish. They sneeze, life goes away. Just for the life to leave the body, there are hundreds of excuses. Yeah. You just end up with a lub or a dub. That's it, finished. Yeah. Of course, the doctors will say heart failed. How else people would die then? Lucky they haven't come across the breath failed, so he died. Not like heart failure, breath failure. Is there something? No? They should create something. Breath failure.
Like pneumonia or something. Sometimes the cause of death is pneumonia.
Breath failure. Because the breath failed to come in. It stayed away. At the spur of the moment, we find it difficult. Oh, I can't handle anymore. But you are thinking of only your strength. Why can't you think of a greater strength behind you, ready to help you? Yes, you can't do it yourself. But put yourself in the hands of a higher force. That will take care of it. It's not that you can do everything yourself. Lack of faith in a higher power. I remember long before, maybe 20 years before, I read in one of the statistics, a doctor in England saying that he had a study of it. Almost 90% of the patients who came to his clinic were non-believers of God. If you believe in God, if you trust God wholeheartedly, even your sickness will go away. Because you are giving yourself in the hands of a bigger doctor. Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa once said that God laughs at two situations. One situation is two brothers fight among the boundary of their land and say, this side is mine, that side is yours. God laughs. Another time, when the doctor tells the mother, oh, don't worry, I'll save your child, you forget it, no problem. God laughs. In fact, difficult situations come and give us a chance to prove that we trust in a higher energy. Otherwise, how can you even prove yourself? When everything goes smooth, you are all good devotees, no doubt. Yeah, everybody is a wonderful devotee. A lover of God, I have faith in God. But when everything is shaking, everything is pulled out of you, one by one, and with all that, if you say, doesn't matter, even if I lose everything, I'm not going to lose this faith. Prove that. Once you prove that, then everything that was trying to go away will come back to you. That needs tremendous faith. Without faith, nobody can become a spiritual seeker.